Hello everyone. So time check, it's 7 a.m. in the morning and the sun is up. Today is March 22 and yesterday afternoon I checked the succulents that I have placed here in the veranda. If you could remember, March 21, the seventh day where my newly potted succulents that I received during March was already placed here in the veranda area. And yesterday afternoon at around 5 p.m. I checked that the Mrs. Richard got rotten, so I cut it, and air dry it here in the table. So I also collect the leaves. And when I wake up this morning, according to the weather forecast, it will not rain, but during nighttime it actually rain. Look how wet they are. And I am worried about the new succulents because the rain is not really just a simple rain. It's quite strong. Yeah. So I'm worried because they only have few roots, but I do take the risk, of putting them here. So today, actually it's not really my sharing. I was supposed to make a video today of my other succulents, but since we are here already, let's take a look at the new succulents. So here is the Sky Beauty. Look, our Longissima. It's totally wet, the pot, the soy mix, the succulent itself, the Missing You, the Crimson, our Mysterious Rose, our Thriller Pearl, our Gansu, and our Murasaki. We also have our Beyonce, 2 pots, then our Powder Puff, our German Champagne. So before the Mrs. Richard was placed there, so I placed the German Champagne and put the Amabil in front of it. And we have our variegated clavatums, sedum clavatums, and our pink tips. So that's the new succulents that I have placed here. So I'm not so sure if I would be happy that they got their first drink of water through the rain, but I really worry because they have only few roots. But what's good is that they have a drainable soil mix and the sun is up. Hopefully they will dry up quickly. So we have our non-variegated Pakify 2, Opaline, Indonesian Opalina. Then we have our Crispy Beauty and our Pretty Wind Smile. So it's so pretty when you look at when there's water droplets on their set. And then we have our Cream Tea, our Polaroid Anna, and our Super Bomb. And so I hope they are okay. And let's go to the other rack. So the sun is shining bright so far. The Romeo, it's okay. For now they are okay because it's just rain, so we have to wait for 3 days and see I have to check them every day if they will get mushy. So we have our lipstick, our Gaia, and our, what do you call this, Gaia. What is our Love and War, then our Ebony, Aquamarine, and then we have our Fine Rose, Far Pillar, then we have our Valentine, then we have our Red Witch, our variegated Subsicilis, No Ivy, Amber Rose, Cat's Glow, and our Red Lantern. We have our Black Bullet, then our Dancing Bird, No Ivy, Scorpion, Helena, Bloody Cherry, and Lemon Chip. Actually, when I first exposed my first batch of succulents here in the veranda area, the one on top of the first rack, they actually got rain also on the first night that they were exposed. But during that time, the first batch of the succulents that I placed, this is the first batch that I placed the first batch that I received or unboxed, then I placed it here after 10 days. And they have roots already, enough roots to drink up water. Actually, the first day that I exposed, it was already received full rain that night. But the problem is that these are the first batch that I have placed. So far they are okay after drinking up the first rainwater. But the problem with the new ones that I have placed here is that they have fewer roots compared to the first batch that I have put here. Anyway, we have a drainable soil mix, and I think a little bit confident enough that they will be surviving this first full rain that they received. And we all know that rain is beneficial to the succulents because it has lots of nutrients that they can get, better than using tap water to water them. So actually, all my succulents here in the veranda area is already quite hydrated, so I'm really happy now that they receive rainwater. But actually, I gave them a moist yesterday, and it's also good that they drink up rainwater than the tap water that I gave them last night. So actually, I don't know what to share today, so let's just go around and see. I was really planning to share today about the big pots of my succulents, so and maybe I'll stick to my idea. So for today's vlog, I'll be sharing with you the big pots that I have here. So we have our collection of our iron pay. So it's quite dull in color because it's wet. So yesterday, March 21. Today is March 22. So the sun is not really shining on this part yet, because this part, the two stainless rock there and the propagation area is the one that received. They are the first one who received the sunlight in the morning. And so just like what I'm saying, I gave moist to my pot yesterday, and unfortunately, or fortunately, it's a blessing because it rained, so they were able to drink up because it's full rain. So, and rain is so very nutritious for the plant. So for all the iron pay pots, they are all good, yeah, as you can see. So right now, look at this, our Chloe. So I have noticed that Chloe have different looks. Yeah, this pot looks different from the other one. Yeah, so later you would see the other one. So I have two pots of Chloe that looks like this. Yeah, I'll show you. There's another Chloe here. So this is the color of my other Chloe. It's somewhat bluish gray. Yeah, see, it's clumping. But this one, the one I showed you, it's like brownish in color, right? And I have also Chloe here in the stainless rock. So this is actually Chloe, and this is the other Chloe, parts of Chloe that I have. Yeah, and I also have Chloe here. Yeah, it's potted in a clay pot actually, so it also have different color, right? So I also have parts of Chloe here. So this one is the middle of the brown, and the first two patch, which is blue gray. So Chloe is one of the succulents that I can recommend for beginners, yeah, because they are easy to take care easy to propagate. It's very generous in giving offsets. So let's go back there because most of my big pots are here. So for our sedum clavatum, it's fine. So it's not dehydrated for now because of the rain, and I gave them a moist last night. So this one is recovering. If you could remember this pot, the rosette on this pot is almost dying when I have restarted it, but look at it now, so plump. Yeah, so this one is plump. Oh, but they don't have really that much stress color, though this clavatum pot have. So they are in the same location, but they have different stress color. Yeah, so at the back part it's empty. So what I did is I put some leaf propagation coming from the same pot. And I wanted to show you also this morphine. Yeah, look how before it was really dehydrated, and now look how it was able to recover after we restart it, though there are still the marks of the fungus during the month of December. So same as this Echeveria silkweed, the one of the rosette, some of the rosette actually you can still see the marks of the fungus because of the rainy days during December. And look at the next pots, how pretty it looks, like a bouquet of flowers. This is actually Echeveria silkweed. So this one is all green in color, but I do have other Echeveria silkweed, so I'll show you. So these two pots that is side by side is half green color, but on the topmost part of it I have here the Echeveria silkweed potted in a brown pot. Look, there are two green, actually three, but look at the others, they have the stress color already, right? I do have also other Echeveria silkweed here. So actually, even though they are in the same place here, but there are different, there are different times when they receive the, look, the Echeveria silkweed here you have color. How pretty, right? So the other part is on the other side. So what I'm saying is that even though they are in the same location, rain or shine, here in my veranda area, but that time when they receive that direct sunlight is different, so it gave them different color. Yeah, so this one is also green in color. Yeah, but it's just one pot away from the first one that I have showed, which have a stress color. So I have still some other Echeveria silkweed here, so let's go and find it. Excuse me, I still have cough. So these are the other parts of my Echeveria silkweed. So it's receiving sunlight now. Look how pretty and plump. Yeah, Echeveria silkweed is hard to find in the market now, but I can still recommend this for beginners. It's easy to take care, although they are still susceptible to pests like fungus during rainy days, but they can easily recover when you restart it. And I really love the rosette type of succulents. Yeah, so look how big is this one, so pretty, diba? Yeah, so I just want to show you, that's why I'm showing you the different kinds of Echeveria. I'm showing you the same kind of succulent, but they have different looks actually. So let's go back. So the next to the Echeveria silkweed pot, we have our Chloe. Yeah, so I have showed you the Chloe. So look, this one has a bluish gray Chloe. If you can remember, I just show you this Chloe, which have different colors compared to the others. So these two pots have different color, but the inner part is starting to become bluish also. So, and then below the Chloe, this is actually my mother pot of Chloe, and I have got lots of rosettes there. And below we have this very beautiful bouquet pad. It's actually morphine, yeah, pretty in pink, because when it gets stressed, it gets pink. So look how pretty is this, right? So that's really, who will not fall in love in this kind of plant, right? So they are water indulgent. So it's actually attacked by fungus during the rainy days, but it was able to recover. And look how already big and plump the rosette of our Tinkerbell, which is so dehydrated when I started. So there are 2 pots, yeah, and beside it we still have another pot of our morphine. So this is morphine, actually the hybrid of morphine, which is the peach candy, have different look. I wanted to show you also, so we have to walk going to the place where I placed them. So actually this is peach candy, so it has a shorter and rounded lips compared to morphine. Yeah, this is how peach candy look like. So pretty, right? This one actually is peach candy, but it looks like morphine, but this one looks like peach candy. Yeah, so let's go back again. I hope you don't get busy of going back and forth. That's how. So on this other rack we have our habit here, who it was able to produce baby and it becomes big na. And look how pretty is our Chadieta. Our Bill's Baker is still trying to recover. And below we have our Marcus. Yeah. So the Marcus is starting to give offset. So once it's big enough, I can cut it and propagate it. So I'm not sure if this flower or offsets. Let's see, because some are offsets, look. But for this one, I think it's flower. Yeah, let's see. So for our Murasaki, that was really dehydrated when I started, and our leaf propagation was able to survive. So look how pretty it is already. I'm so happy, but I'm really having a hard time. So I need to find a place during rainy days where to put the Murasaki, where it will not get really full water, because it really get fungus. Yeah, it is susceptible to fungus, but Murasaki is really beautiful when it's flawless, just like now. Yeah. And then we have our purple haze. It was really dying, and I'm trying to save this one. Look how big is the rosette already. So pretty, right? So actually that's all the big pots that I have, except the one there. Let's just go around. So look at our beautiful arze. Yeah, so pretty. So I'm planning to put it in a white pot, just like this one. But the problem is I don't have. So I'm still looking in Lazada if I can buy or find white pots like that. Yeah. So look how pretty they are. So there are 2 pots, so 1 and 2, which would be perfect if I put it in a one big pot. And look at our ladder rose. Yeah, but I'm happy it rained last night, except that I'm a little bit worried for the new succulents that I have placed here. So look at our echeverias here, so pretty. And look how stunning is our cashews with the sunlight on it and water droplets, right? So pretty. Actually, all of the echeverias on this rack, they are all colorful and pretty to look at. Who will not fall in love with this baby? So I love this morning looking at them. So pretty. Even the 3rd layer is pretty enough to make me smile. Yeah, even though I'm not really feeling well, if you would notice, my voice is still different. So this is our white one, and look at this. This is our mother plant of our blue cloud, but the offsets are almost same size already. And our Hakoho, look, it's getting bigger. And then of course we have our red blush, pink champagne, our Becca, and our purple champagne. Then we have our Hera, so pretty too. So look at this, they are side by side. This one is purple champagne, this one is purple champagne, but it has a different compact rosette, I mean the way it goes, as well as this one is different, but it's so pretty, the purple champagne. So I hope this one can recover. It's getting dehydrated. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots here pala. I haven't shared this. We have a propagation pad of Arun Pay, and this is my propagation pad of cheesecake. Yeah, it's just potted in a small brown pot actually. And this is the one I'm talking to you. This is the Longissima that I have bought before. It was really so small when I have restarted it, but it still have the stress color. But let's go back there. I have bought Longissima, but it looks different. So this is the Longissima that I have bought. Yeah. So we have to go back there again. So I have placed the rack of my succulents around the veranda area because the middle part is where we hang our clothes. Yeah. So I cannot put it in the middle part or else I will be evicted in my house. So this is our purple haze. And this is the peach candy that I showed. And look how pretty and lush is our Ellen. So I was surprised there's no edema because it's summertime. And look at our Alba Beauty. It was able to occupy the full pot. Yeah. Though not all are growing so well. And of course, below the Echeveria silk that I've shared, we have our pretty and colorful Luella. They are not really fully stressed, but it's so nice to see that they are not losing their stress color. Yeah, since I don't know, my Luella here in my garden always have stress color. Yeah, even just the tips. And then we have our hair ones. So they are already well rooted after we restarted last January and February. Then this is actually my pot of Super Balm. So look how small this rosette. That's why I bought a big rosette of Super Balm. So this is our Purple Delight. This is the biggest rosette of Purple Delight that I have. Yeah, so pretty. And then we have our Gusti. Look at the bluish gray, and it has pinkish color too. So pretty, and they're getting so lush. Yeah. So on top of it we have another lush pot. So this is our Cryptopetalum myrrhini. Yeah, look how pretty, they're like grapes. And this is our propagation. Look how well it already grows. If you could remember before, it was not that really so lush, but it's almost occupying the whole pot, and soon it will be like this. Then we have our Cryptopetalum mendozae, which is already so chubby, right? So it's like my baby Chubby, the dog. It's a bulldog actually. So there, before when I started to propagate it, I think February, it was really small. And look at the big growth that we have in our Arun Pay, which is very small in rosette actually when I start to propagate it or restart it. But look at it now, it's almost occupying the whole pot. It's actually big pot. I think it's 12 inches in diameter. Yeah, these pots are 12 inches in diameter. So then we also have here our Purple Delight. 2 pots. So the rosette comes from the front yard. And then we have another propagation here of our ghosty and our Mendoza. 2 pots of purple delight. And we have also Mendoza and our cactus community pot of Tamsiay. So I guess that's all for today. So my video is getting long because I'm so talkative. So bye for now. See you on my next video. So that's all my sharing. So I'll think of another topic. If you do want to share me something or any topic that you want me to share with you guys, just comment below. So if you do like my sharing for today, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and share my video to your family, friends, and relatives. So bye for now. See you on my next video. Bye and God bless us all. Happy gardening, everyone. God bless us all. So let's just keep praying that my succulents here that I have placed, the newly one that I have placed here, will able to survive the full rain that I got last night. So hoping, though I am quite confident enough that the soil mix is well drainable, but they only have few roots, so let's keep our finger crossed that they will not get mushy. So that's all for today. Bye. See you on my next vlog. And happy gardening, everyone. I hope your succulents are getting well and red. I mean stress in color. Bye bye. God bless us all.